I'm Khalid Al-Nuaimi from Khalifa University and the Abu Dhabi Investment Authority. Today, I'll present our work on detecting evasive answers in financial Q&A sessions. We introduce a psychology-informed taxonomy of evasive strategies and show that lightweight, interpretable features can reveal when executives strategically avoid giving direct answers. Earnings call Q&A segments are unscripted, which makes them fertile ground for strategic communication and evasion. Most financial language models focus on sentiment or factual correctness, but not on responsiveness. That's a problem, because evasive answers distort transparency and mislead downstream analyses such as risk prediction or event forecasting. For example, when asked about earnings guidance, an executive might say, "We remain focused on delivering long-term value." That's a complete deflection. Another answer might mention macroeconomic factors. Technically true, but vague. In both cases, the question wasn't really answered. To capture these patterns, we build a three-level taxonomy grounded in discourse pragmatics and equivocation theory. Level 1, Rasai's framework, classifies responses as direct, intermediate, or fully evasive. Level 2, following Bavelis, includes omission, vagueness, non sequitur, and restatement. Level 3, adapted from Bull's political speech taxonomy, details 12 tactics such as avoidance, agenda shifting, partial answer, and attacking the questioner. This hierarchy lets us understand not only whether an answer is evasive, but how that evasion is achieved. Our dataset covers 18,755 earnings call transcripts from 2,876 companies between 2019 and 2022. From these, we annotated about 4,600 question-answer pairs across 521 calls, roughly 9 questions per call. Annotations combine human judgment and large language model assistance, achieving 60% agreement. For each pair, we extract surface features like hedges and lexical entropy, temporal features based on tense patterns, and semantic features such as question-answer cosine similarity and LLM-based question reconstruction. At level 1, about 70% of answers are direct, 27% intermediate, and 3% fully evasive, so roughly 30% show some form of evasion. Among those evasive answers, vagueness dominates at 60%, followed by non sequitur at 25% and omission at 13%. Restatement is rare. Looking at level 3, partial answer or selective disclosure accounts for over 70% of cases, while outright refusal to answer is below 10%. In short, executives seldom refuse outright. They answer in ways that sound informative, yet remain non-committal. Our first finding examines surface and temporary patterns. Verbose evasions like agenda shifting average 3.2 hedges and 346 words, much longer than direct refusals, which use fewer than one hedge and about 70 words. On tense, fully evasive answers rely heavily on the present tense, around 65%, and show twice as many forward-looking references compared with direct answers. Most importantly, they avoid concrete time anchors. Direct answers mention specific quarters or dates about 0.8 times per response. Evasive ones only 0.4. The tense shift chart shows this clearly. Evasive responses push events into the future and avoid temporal precision, reducing accountability. Our second finding looks at semantic alignment. Question-answer cosine similarity captures responsiveness far better than simple lexical overlap, achieving an AUC of 0.79 versus 0.68. Fully evasive answers show lower similarity, median 0.80 versus 0.85 for direct ones. We reconstruct the implied question from each answer, what we call Q hat, and compare it to the original question. The larger the distance between Q and Q hat, the more the answer is addressing a different issue. The correlation between QA and Q hat similarities, about 0.66, confirms that semantic alignment provides a consistent, interpretable measure of evasion. We also explore firm-level patterns. First, larger firms are systematically more transparent. The coefficient is positive 0.031 with p below 0.01 and r squared above 0.84. consistent with corporate governance theory. Second, evasiveness persists within a call. If executives start evasive, they tend to remain evasive later. Beta equals 0.84 with R squared 0.75. These signals enable practical applications, real-time analyst flagging during calls, incorporating transparency metrics into risk and alpha models, and helping regulators triage firms for disclosure quality. These are actionable, not just academic insights. Of course, there are limitations. Annotation agreement is about 60%, since pragmatics is subjective. Domain transfer also needs validation. For instance, in FOMC meetings or regulatory hearings, and we've only annotated 4,600 pairs out of millions. Scaling requires strong quality controls. Key takeaways: evasion is common, around 30%, and measurable with simple, interpretable features. The markers, present tense bias, forward temporal shift, and lower semantic alignment, are robust. Our multi-level taxonomy explains how evasion happens, not just whether it does. Next steps: scale up annotation, using LLM plus human audit, add audio prosody features, and test cross-domain transfer. Thank you for listening. Questions are welcome. You can reach me at Khalid Al-Nuaimi@adia.ae. The paper and dataset are available through the EMNLP 2025 proceedings and on Kaggle. We thank the Abu Dhabi Investment Authority and Khalifa University for their support.